my dear friends, today's holistic lifestyle. Part of holistic lifestyle. Today, our topic is what is spiritual farming? What are the benefits of spiritual farming? Okay, so friends, the spiritual farming, the name itself indicates spiritual farming. Farming is called, farming means krishi, that is agriculture. Spiritual means it must be spiritual in nature. It must be always non-violent way. Whatever you do in the farming sector, it must be non-violent. It should not have any violence towards any smallest creature to the biggest creature, whatever it may be. You should never resort to it. And not only that, not causing any violence to others, not causing any violence to all the living beings. That's what we need to follow when we try to do that kind of farming. So definitely what happened. So whatever we are eating today, friends, so if you start looking at our own ancient farming and modern farming, so these two things are there. So what are those? Modern farming called chemical farming, and ancient farming is called spiritual farming. So that's why the spiritual farming has got a greatest importance. So today that's why we are trying to understand it. First of all, let's understand what is chemical farming. What is going on in the current society? In the current society, this chemical farming is rampant in nature. So how do you say it's rampant, friends? What happened is the advent with the advent of the so-called Green Revolution, right? The Green Revolution, Swaminathan, Professor Swaminathan, he came out with a concept of providing the food grains for all the humanity, especially the growing population of India needs more and more food grains. Then he came out with a concept so-called the Green Revolution. Part of Green Revolution, what you would like to introduce? You'd like to introduce the missions, methods, and so-called, the all fertilizers, the artificial fertilizers, artificial pesticides. You want to bring in everything into the part of system wherein if any smallest disease comes also to the plants or whatever the crop, you want to throw that, so-called pesticides and also pesticides, the pesticides and fertilizers. Fertilizers will be given to the roots of the tree in order to grow very faster. Pesticides are given to their tree or a crop in order to prevent the illness or kill the so-called insects on the plant. So that's what they want to do. So these things are introduced very much. All the universities are built. The BS Agriculture, MS Agriculture, they have started. And in that, whatever the scientists, the agriculture engineers or scientists, what they are learning is basically, they are learning very simple. What they are doing? So they'll be following the menu given by the so-called fertilizer companies or pesticide companies. They give a menu. So these are disease, you just give this medicine. If this is a disease, give this DAP, urea, whatever it is. Just go on, pour it. Go on, pour it. But do you know, friends, what is the part of this? How does this DAP or whatever urea, all this came into picture? Very simple. So in the Second World War, say after Second World War is over, then what happened? The Hiroshima, Nagasaki, this Japan, the great destruction happened. Hitler has spoiled it, right? Complete devastated, as we know that. So after that, what happened? The remainings of this World War, remainings means the leftover, this so-called this all this the chemicals, leftover chemicals, right? It was there very much part of this atom bomb and all, right? So those things they somehow identified, by pouring that into the roots of the any one particular tree, the tree is growing very fast. Within, instead of getting the growth in 3-4 months, it is getting a growth in 1 week itself. Such is the nature they found. So somehow, after finding that, what happened? So especially this atom bomb remainings are not very powerful, basically. So then they don't want to throw it. They don't want to waste it. Now they have somehow invented or discovered that. So this will grow the plant very faster. As and when they found that that particular fact, then what they have done, they converted into in the marketing side, they have brought it into the market, or so basically slowly throughout all the countries, saying that this is very good for the plant growth and you can use it as a so-called manure and start using it. So that's how. So friends, that's how they introduced. Then what happened now? Now after the so-called Green Revolution, Every farmer, 85% farmer in the country, our country, they are using it, friends. Okay, so that's how. So they are farming it. What will happen if you do this kind of farming? Number one, the number one is, so the whatever the chemicals, whatever the pesticides you throw onto the, you pour onto the crops, all that becomes part of your food. Whatever the food you are going to eat, my dear friends, part of the food it becomes. Now, when it becomes part of the food, the whatever the food you are putting onto your plate, that becomes a poison on plate. Become poison on plate. So if you eat that, then definitely it is going to damage your health. The same thing happened in last 40 years, right? Before 40 years, where was the diabetes? Where was the IBP? Where was the cancer? Let me know. No, they can't be much of a tracing, isn't it? Now they're telling that our India will become the capital of diabetic world. So is it so proud of that you are no, we are trying to say this? Are we proud of this? No. That's a wrong approach in the food system. What we have created, how we are producing the food grains, that is the wrong approach. By pouring the chemicals, by pouring the so-called the fertilizers, friends. So with this, everybody is becoming patient now. No matter whether he's a rich person or a poor person, doesn't matter. If you go to the villages now, friends, all the farmers, they have become so powerless, so energyless that they are not in a position to work. Most of the time, they use machines only. They use machines, they are not able to work with the physical strength, isn't it? So, and slowly, friends, now, so let us understand more about this. This chemical farming became a costly also to the farmers. The input capital of this farming is so large. The reason is they have to buy everything from outside. They need to depend on all these corporate companies. Then they need to depend on the shops nearby who will sell this, like a pharmacy, how we go for a English pharmacy, like we go and get the tablets for headache one, the body pain one, all the different tablets they give, right? Similarly, these people also prepare like that. Then they started giving for this plantation or whatever the crops you are growing. So then that it's one is costly, second is poisonous, third one is, friends, the other thing is there's a law of karma. There's a bad karma we are doing by pouring all these things. What happens? The soil also become negative. Soil become plastic basically. What happened? This the so-called fertilizer, all these pesticides, they go into the earth, right? They kill all the microorganism within the earth. Within the soil, there is a microorganism. Friends, without microorganisms, no plant will grow. Try to understand it. Okay, with this artificial manure and artificial pesticides, of course, this looks like it grows, but there is no strength. There is no strength in it. But if in a natural way, if you want to grow, what we need? The microorganism underneath of the tree in the roots, right? So that prepares the all minerals, all required, nutrients for the plant to grow. That will be supplied by whom? That microbacteria or microorganism, friends. That is the beauty of nature. Okay, that is not only that, your sun rays, water content, sun rays, and then so these things will be utilized by the plant with the help of their leaf. So especially there's a chlorofluorine. So chlorophyll is there. So with this, what happen? So the so-called photosynthesis made by the tree itself, then it start growing. Okay. So with this, friends, we need microorganism in the good quantity, right? That is also required. So that kind of farming we need, right? So that is why this chemical farming need to be avoided at any cost. Otherwise, by this time already the humanity got damaged. The humanity became powerless, in fact. So they use only mind and keep on working. That's all. But no physical health, proper health. Even the mind health also gone. Mental health also gone because of heavy pressure, heavy stress. They give heavy stress in order to achieve their gains or whatever it, right? So your boss or your company, they try to give all the different kind of a stress they pass through you. The reason is they are paying you. So they want to extract more and more and more. You're also ready to serve more and more and more. Then you get messed up in the mind itself. You get a lot of strain in the mind. Then that leads to mental ill health basically. Then first physical ill health, that is because of the food system is gone bad for last 40, 50 years, completely gone bad. Second, what the second one? Mental health because of heavy stress. The current world, friends, right from the kid, the who is just a school going kid, maybe it's a nursery, second, first standard or something, right? So that kind of from that level till the last age, everywhere there is a stress. I'm telling you, 95% diseases in this current humanity facing because of only stress. So where is the stress? It is within you, within your mind, within your manomaya kosha, isn't it? So that stress is caused by so many factors. At what levels? Every level, every person, every human being, at every level. So the stress is the major factor that is causing the diseases. That is why we call these diseases are psychosomatic diseases, my dear friends. Okay. So now anyway, so friends, if you go back to the farming sector, now the farming, more and more details on the farming. The first thing, the forego the spiritual farming, forego the chemical farming. Number two, what is spiritual farming then? Right? Spiritual farming, friends, what you are supposed to do is you are supposed to give the food to the, so-called birds, insects, and as well, you must be able to eat. Not that, you only go on eat, then make all other, the birds and animals and insects, everything go hungry. That is not the truth. That is not the true way of living, my dear friends. So that's where the spiritual farming comes under picture. Okay, in the part of spiritual farming, what you are supposed to do, yeah, try to get one desi cow. Desi cow, you get it. So from the desi cow, you get natural, so-called the natural manure and more the gomutra, right? Gomutra, natural manure. With the help of that, the curd and milk and everything, you can make bijamruta, ganamruta, jivamruta, and this the natural manure also available, right? The so-called the cow dung is available. So with this, what happened, friends? Just a matter of a fistful, one cow dung fistful contains about 1 crore microorganisms, 1 crore the microbacterial, right? That is the power of this. Okay, this so-called our desi cow, only desi cow. No question of Holstein or Jersey cow. I'm telling you again. Okay, here cow, if I refer to throughout my speech, it must be desi cow only, friends. Now, so the cow, this cow dung of this much quantity contains 1 crore microbacteria, whether you believe it or not. Then you can imagine if you go on put this cow dung to the the as a manure, as a main manure to the soil, what happens, friends? The soil will grow very healthy, like the fertile, it becomes fertile. Otherwise, it was infertile. Now it becomes a fertile land. So try to understand this, friends. So that is why what you need to do, you need to do like this. Then what will happen? Start growing the crops. Start growing the crops. The production will come, and your input cost is zero. What is input cost? There's nothing. You don't need to buy anything from outside. Everything is available in your own house, at your own farm, isn't it? Now the production what it comes out will be very clean because you are not using unnecessary any inputs. So then that food becomes a organic food. Nowadays, friends, organic food has got lot of demand also. Lot of demand is going on. Everybody, if you grow it naturally without the help of any chemicals, they will pay double to the price of the normal product, isn't it? So that's how what you need to do, friends. So this chemical farming, come out of the chemical farming, learn the spiritual farming. Even the part of spiritual farming, my dear friends. So when you do spiritual farming, what happens? The law of karma is not at all going to be attracted. The reason is you are taking care of yourself and all surrounding you. You are able to take care of all the things, and you are able to give the food for all the creatures. That is where what happens? The law of karma, nothing will be there. All the great karmas you are doing. You are doing great karma, you will get the great results, obviously. Friends, now with this, what I'm trying to say is go for the so-called natural farming or a spiritual farming. So, right. So that's how we need to do. And along with these, friends, what you are supposed to do is of course, whatever the food comes out of this spiritual farming, let me tell you, it will be so powerful and so hygienic and having all the minerals and all the vitamins which are intact, which are not damaged. Any chemical farming you do, what happen? All the whatever the nutrients are there within that the chemical farming output will be not having any kind of a nutrients. All the nutrients are lost because of chemicals, what they pour, isn't it? So that you need to remember. Also, friends, in the Australia, such countries also, they follow is they follow the so-called as a part of spiritual farming, they follow the homo farming. What is the homo farming? Again, here we need to know something about home farming. What is the home farming, friends? It's also equal to the spiritual farming. There's no difference. But Australia country like that, they use tremendously. So this is called Agnihotra. The Agnihotra Homa, if you do continuously in your house, also continuously at your farm, especially every day in the farm, morning and evening, if you keep doing it, friends, wonderful growth of the plants and plantation comes. You just observe it. Okay, there's a wonderful growth, and from that, whatever that ash will come, no, so mix with the water. Then that itself you can spray as a pesticide. So when you spray that, what happen? Here, insects will not die. Insects will go out. Insects will go out, and also whatever you are spraying, right? That itself is a food for the insects. Then why do they eat your crop? They won't eat, isn't it? So that's how, friends. Also mix in the water, supply the water also, like with the ash, supply the water, and also by having this ash in your home or at your farm, always you are trying to do the Agnihotra, so that ash can be used as a manure, right? It's also used as a manure. Like that, friends, there's also home farming. Along with this, finally, I would like to bring one thing into the so-called the spiritual farming, friends. That is, so especially we must use the pyramid energy. Pyramid energy must be used in a wide manner in order to, whenever we receive the pyramid energy more and more, my dear friends, what will happen? That the highest amount of pyramid energy, once you place, so what will happen in a 1 acre of the farm, we are going to place about, already we are supplying, Mahavatar Foundation is doing 6 feet by 6 feet, 5 feet by 5 feet, all these pyramids we make, and then we give it to the all the farmers around this area and in across Karnataka, everywhere, across India also. In fact, when we do that, what happen? So they take this five, at least about 10 5 by 5 or 6 by 6 pyramids here and there in the entire 1 acre farm. You take in different corners, in the middle, everywhere they keep, and then they start growing the crop. Then you can see wonderful results, my dear friends. You can go through our experiences through our YouTube channel everywhere. The pyramids and benefits and natural farming, spiritual farming, a lot of concepts are there. So what happened is the great results happen such a way. The growth of the crop is excellent without having not even the even Jivamrita, Vijayamrita, Ganamrita, in the Prakriti Vyavasaya or natural farming we use, right? That also they are not doing. Just by using the pyramid energy. What will happen if you place the pyramid on the ground, on the soil, inside the farm, my dear friends? The huge amount of cosmic energy comes, then it will be spreading all around that. Right? In that spreading out of the energy, which is spreading, what will happen? So in that, there will be birds will be there, there will be plants will be there, there will be human beings will be there, all the animals will be there. Everyone will receive this cosmic energy. Everyone become healthy. When everyone become healthy, what happens? That particular crop will be wonderful crop. It becomes a powerful and hygienic and organic crop. Right? That's how you'll be getting the yielding, good yielding with a zero cost and a zero input cost and great amount of earning. And the great amount of earning, great amount of hygienic yield will come. So that's how we need to use this spiritual farming in a daily life, my dear friends. So hope you will definitely use this spiritual farming part of your life. Then thank you, friends.